Welcome to my video about how to make $100,000 with your license in real estate in a year. My name is Stacy Sanseverino with KW Philly and the Philly Living Team. So we have a saying at Keller Williams that success is simple, not easy. It's really about working your way back from your end goal and just figuring out how many people do you need to talk to find that many people that need your help during the year. So let's get started. So in today's presentation, I'll talk to you about the sales funnel and how to get to $100,000 in income in a year, and how to find profitable lead sources and finding people that you can help through them. And then, of course, I'll introduce you to some easy conversations that you can have with your sphere of influence and other people to build your business. And I will also show you how to build your business on a shoestring budget. We have another saying that it's better to wear out your shoe leather than your wallet, and I'll explain more about that. And then I'll introduce you to some really cool apps and tech that are all either included at Keller Williams or are pretty free or cheap. Okay, so a sales funnel means that you have to talk to a lot of people to find people that need your help. And even if you find a lot of people that need your help, not everybody's going to sign a buyer agency or a listing agency with you. So you'll need to sign enough of those, go on enough appointments to sign enough contracts to represent people. And then even though they might put an offer in on a house or accept an offer, not every deal goes through. So as you can see, you start with, talking to people, your dials, your knocking, your door, your networking, and to your number of contacts that you reach. And then the number of appointments that you set and go on is going to be less than that. And then, of course, the clients you sign will be even less than that. And then ultimately your closings or the deals that go through are less than that. And ultimately that will lead to your income at the end of the day. So at KW Philly, our current average sales price is just over $287,000. So I'm going to run a scenario based on an average sales price of $260,000. So if you were to do an average commission of 2.75%, you would earn $71.50 per deal. And because of our splits and our capping structure, you'd need to earn just over $128,000 in gross commissions. That way the company gets paid their fair share. And that way you'll net $100,000 before you pay taxes and expenses. So in this example, a $260,000 house, you'd need to do that 18 times over the year. So all you need to do is find 18 people over the course of 12 months or the next 10 months to do it in 2019 in order to earn $100,000 in income. So there's a 30 to 90 day lag time between activities you do today and when you'll actually start to see those commissions rolling in. So we're heading towards a spring market right now, and I just received 2 offers on a listing I listed yesterday. So things are heating up fast. So use that to build momentum. And if you do enough of the right activities, and you can start to build the momentum to have 2 closings per month for the rest of the year, and that's 18 deals from April to December. So in order to build a pattern of 2 closings a month, you'll need to go on 4 to 5 appointments per month. That means you only need to meet with 4 or 5 people that need your help. And out of every 2 people, you want to sign at least 1 client to buy or sell a property. And that way, statistically, you'll start to build the rhythm of having 2 closings a month. In order to get 1 appointment a week, you're going to need to talk to at least 50 people to start. So you want to set a benchmark of 50 contacts per week, say the right thing to the right people, and if you're not getting the results that you want, then ask for help and say, what am I not doing that's good enough to get the results I want, or do I just simply need to talk to more people? And you can figure that you can typically have about 5 to 10 conversations per hour with people through the various sources of activities. So a summary of your business plan really looks like, how many deals do you want to or do you need to do in order to hit your income goal? How many appointments do I need to have on a weekly or monthly basis to hit that deal goal? And then how many people do I need to talk to on a weekly basis to hit my appointment goal? And what are the activities am I going to do? And when in my calendar am I going to do them? And then who's going to help me hold myself accountable to hitting my weekly benchmark? So that way, my results are constantly moving forward and I don't get, behind and then discouraged and then ultimately not hit my goal. Because the most important thing you can do is choose to do the right activities and do them consistently over the course of the year. And that's the way you build momentum. Starting your sales career is a lot like starting a locomotive. It's a big piece of heavy machinery, and it requires a lot of effort, fuel, the right tracks, tools, systems, the engineer that guides it. And your sales career is a lot like that. So the people around you and the tools and the systems that you use are, going to help you really build the momentum. And then once it takes off, it's really hard to stop. So, and that's the exciting part. So here are a couple ideas for accountability. Your team leader or office manager, coach or peer partner, or stick.com, one of my favorite things that you can do online. All right, so let's talk about some lead sources that you can use to find people who might need your help. So of course your friends and family should be your first call to let them know you're in the business and you're able to help them. Do you have hobbies? Do you go to community group meetings? You could do open houses, you could do meetup groups, maybe you like to speak a foreign language or do pottery. Those are all great places. I did CrossFit for a year and I met so many people that I did business with. I meet a lot of people through my church and through dancing and things like that, the neighborhood. So just living your life and being a person of integrity and of good character is going to speak volumes for you and help you get business. You can also door knock your neighbors or the neighbors around houses where you want to sell or around open houses. You can also visit local businesses. I personally love to do business to business referrals. So not only agent to agent across the country, but also like a local roofer or a local attorney. So, you can build your database up with vendors who could refer you business and you can refer them business and provide high quality, people for your clients to work with. So business networking, social media. A lot of people are on Instagram these days and are, building a following there. You could call for sale by owners or expired listings and see if you can't help them. Maybe you have some other ideas. So I'm going to dive into a little bit more about doing open houses, since that's a really great way for a newer agent to build up their database of prospective buyers. So a 7th level open house goes well beyond what a typical agent does to promote the open house. So level 1 through 4 are very typical activities that we do. We put up signs, maybe a sign rider, directional signs, maybe balloons, and we post it in the multiple listing service and on other social websites. So at that level, you're mostly getting buyers visiting your open houses and you're getting buyers who already have agents. Since only less than 1% of buyers buy the house that's being held open, the chances of any given buyer walking into a house to buy it is very slim to none. And you don't even have to hold your own listing open. You can ask another agent if you can host their open house. So when you start to go beyond level 4 and go to level 5 and 6, that's when you're going to start to meet the potential sellers in the neighborhood. That's when you're starting to call the neighbors and door knock on the neighbors to let them know that a house just went up for sale on the market around the corner or on their block. And then level 7 is when you maximize the number of visitors that you have. When you get together with 3 other agents, or make sure you coordinate the time of your open house to coincide with other open houses in the neighborhood. Because the more open houses there are, the more likely people are going to be visiting any given open house. And don't worry if they go to all 4, because it's really about who they build rapport with, who asks the best questions, who really has their interests at heart when they meet. So the more open houses when you're doing them, the merrier. So now, since we look at open houses as a massive lead generation activity, you may spend 15 to 20 hours during the week to prepare for the open house. That way you maximize the time that you're there. So Monday might look like you selecting the open house and requesting a lender partner to prepare a flyer for you with mortgage rates and things like that. Tuesday, let's say you post it on all social media channels in the multiple listing service too. Wednesday, let's say you call and door knock the neighbors and you want to make sure you talk to at least 25 per outing. And if you have any prospects in your pipeline or any friends, family, let them know that the open house is happening. A lot of people do Facebook Live at the open house. That's a very popular way to get attention while you're there. And you could add a sign rider to the house to let people know that the house is open on the weekend with you. Thursday, you could do the calling or door knocking again, or do the one that you didn't do the day before. Friday, you could post it on social media and prepare flyers and practice your scripts. So scripts are really just a way of internalizing different conversations to have with people about their real estate needs. So there's a lot of great scripts out there. Please email me separately if you'd like to get some more information about that. And then Saturday or Sunday, you're hosting your open house. Sometimes people do it for an hour, sometimes for 6 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes they do it Thursday night. It really just depends on neighborhood, foot traffic, and what else is going on. So that's a sample weekly action plan where you're using your entire week to talk to those 50 people about the open house. And then you're having the open house, and you're really going to fill your pipeline with people that may not need to buy now or sell now, but that you'll be able to nurture over time and work with them in the future. So here are a few easy conversations that you can have with your friends, family, sphere, and even business vendors to build up your database and come from contribution. So we at Keller Williams firmly believe that if we are always offering something of value, people are going to want to do business with us. So the Plan B script goes something like, "Hey, my name is Stacy. I'm so excited to tell you I just joined Keller Williams Realty, and I was curious if you had a real estate question, do you have anybody that you can ask?" And honestly, it really doesn't matter whether they do or whether they don't. You're just building a relationship, and you're going to offer them something of value. So let's say they say, "Yes, I have an agent I could ask." Well, that's fine. I'd love to be your Plan B. I have some really cool information to share with you. Can I, get what's your best email, and I can share it with you. And then let's say they say, "No, I don't have an agent." You could be like, "Great, I'd love to be that resource for you. Are you aware of what's going on in the neighborhood right now?" So you just want to, ask the question, be open to whatever the response is, and then offer something of value. Another easy conversation is business to business referral network building. So we have an app at Keller Williams called Homekeeper, where we can upload all of our vendors and all of our clients. So that way we can share our vendors to recommend to our clients. And the vendors can own their listing in our app, and it's always available at the click of a button. I can send that and share that information with my clients. So you could call around in different neighborhoods, or you could say to your friends, family, sphere, since I love to support local businesses and connect my clients to quality contractors, who do you know who does roofing, estates law, plumbing, that I could add to my preferred vendor list? And then, of course, call that vendor and say, "Hey, Susie recommended you. Are you open to getting more referrals? I'd love to add you to my network." And then you add them to your Homekeeper database. And don't forget to share your database with your clients too. So it's your job to train people to remember that you're a real estate agent. The world is so busy. We've got tons of messages coming at us all the time. So you just need to keep in front of people, always coming from contribution. Think what's in it for them? Why do they want to hear from you? So this is a sample 36 touch plan where you're calling them 4 times a year, always offering something of value. You see them twice a year, ideally. Maybe you're offering to meet people for coffee, or you're hosting an event, or you're popping by with a gift. And you notice there's something that says give, like maybe you have some swag, a cup or something, or a bag with your name on it. Email 24 times. So that's basically 2 once-a-month newsletters. We've got tons of ideas. Feel free to reach out privately and we can talk about that. Social media. I have friends who do like March Madness contests. Some people who are on social media all the time, so they don't even need to count. They're just doing it. But you can intentionally reach out to people via social media. And mailing. So people love to get handwritten notes, and I love to send handwritten notes. So I recommend that you try that at least once a year to everybody that's in your database. And then maybe send an off-holiday postcard or a greeting card. So that way it sticks out, it stands out, like Valentine's Day or 4th of July or Thanksgiving. And that way they'll get something from you that's personal, and it's not just mixed in with everybody else's holiday card. All right. Sounds expensive, right? No, actually, it's not expensive at all. The biggest thing about building your business is talking to people and asking good questions. It just so happens that real estate is in the way of their life goal, and it's your job to find out how you can help them. So really the best tool is your brain, your phone, your brain, and the good questions that you can ask. So here are the basics of what I recommend. So on a shoestring budget, your fixed expenses will look like about $208 a month. So I always recommend getting 5 open house directional signs. You can put your face on it, branded to you, and that costs about $300. That's a one-time cost. Kohl's Resource Directory gives you access to all the phone numbers of the neighbors. So you could start calling around those open houses. And if you join with a bunch of other people, you may only pay $250 a year for unlimited access to those phone numbers and emails. Mojo sells Power Dialer is $99 a month. You'll call 3 to 4 times as many people by using a dialer. You'll definitely want to get a headset for hands-free calling. Branded note cards. I recommended writing notes, so you want to make sure you get those. And business folders so that you look professional. Now, per deal. So per listing or closing, you're going to have some expenses. So professional pictures are going to cost you about $90 per listing. Sign placement for the on the house or in the yard, which is different than the open house signs. So this is the one that goes on for 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And then the lockbox, you'll need a lockbox for the key. Listing Power Tools pack is really cool. It's a 3-day turnaround. It gives you all the marketing collateral that you'd want to hand out while door knocking or at the open house or mailing. And then of course, closing gifts. So you always want to thank your client, and there's some really great products out there like Cutco, which is great knives and spreaders, and they engrave it very elegantly with your contact information so that they'll never lose it. And then a per deal transaction fee. So you're looking at about $269 per deal. All right, apps and tech. So these are the major apps and tech that you'll need as a real estate agent. So from the top left, you got Bright MLS. So that's the multiple listing service. All agents put their listings in that, and that's how we access all the listings in the region. So that you pay quarterly, and that's not optional. Showing time is how we schedule appointments and how we have agents scheduled to see our listings. That's included in your monthly KW fee. And is linked right to Bright MLS. Loop is our Keller Williams e-signature platform, so you could do all your contracts on the go electronically. Homekeeper, that's the app I was telling you about vendors and adding your preferred vendor database to that, and that's included with your fee. Bottom right-hand side, we have Gmail. We've got a Google suite of tools when you sign on with Keller Williams, and Folio is a great way to keep track of all your timelines in the transaction. And then on the left, your accountant will love you if you use a mile tracker like MileCloud or Cloud Mile, sorry, where you can track your business, personal, charity, and medical mileage. Kelly and kwCommand. So we are in a tech revolution right now. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. There are big companies out there that are trying to get in the way of you as a licensee of real estate and your customers, your clients, your friends, and your family. And they're trying to snatch you online before the relationship is solidified. That's why it's so important to keep in touch with your friends, family, sphere, and let them know that you're in business, because they could be looking on Zillow and then in the next minute they're shopping with somebody from Zillow that paid to get them as a client. So Keller Williams realized that agents are spending, you could see all those websites and apps that we're using. We are spending $1 billion as an industry on all this tech to manage our business, run our business, keep in touch with people. And Gary Keller decided, you know what, rather than having you spend $1 billion collectively, and rather than see our industry go down in smoke, I'm going to invest $1 billion in new artificial intelligence and a new platform for our Keller Williams agents to basically create an amazing consumer experience from start to finish on our platform. So Kelly is we like to call her a toddler. She's like a 2-year-old artificial intelligence app that we are, using, we're breaking, we're experimenting, we're fixing it. And that's where we're going to be able to say, hey, Kelly, what's my goal? And where am I on track with my goal? Or find me an agent in San Diego to refer a business to, or who do I need to call today? So it's going to be like our virtual assistant. kwCommand is going to be our customer relationship management tool, and it's gonna do so many amazing things. We already have a CRM with KW, and we already have a lot of the elements of what kwCommand and Kelly are going to be. So they're already included, but this is just some really exciting tech that's coming about, and I'm going to show you a video so that you could really see the power of what I'm talking about. And this is all included. So it's meant to get rid of a lot of little extra things that we use so that we're not doing this big patchwork of, or bolt-on technology, as they like to say. It's all going to be on one seamless platform. So it's super exciting. So here's a list. So just so you can get a snapshot of that, those tech basics. And then here's another list of some miscellaneous text. So we talked about the dialer. You can look at Zillow for sale by owners, Eventbrite and Evites for your events, Twillo, you could use that for mass texting, Sly Broadcast for mass voicemail, KW Video or BombBomb for video, using it in your emails, MileCloud we discussed. Deal Check is a really cool property analyzer if you like to look at investment properties, and Trello or Asana for team project management. So those are some additional resources that you can use in your business to have a really lean and mean real estate selling machine. And then lastly, the video that I wanted to show you about kwCommand.
A few years ago, we gathered all the smartest people we knew: agents, market centers and regional leaders, technologists, data scientists, and asked them some big questions. What does it look like when technology is simple, smarter, and more human? How can we ensure agents stay at the center of the transaction where their clients want them? How do we accomplish this while eliminating the cost? It's called Command, and it's going to change the way we do business. Start by adding contacts directly, or through a simple voice command with Kelly. All calls, texts, notes, and any other customized fields are synced automatically across all platforms. When you add a new contact to Command, a neighborhood is automatically associated with their address. That way you can share the most pertinent information, such as migration patterns or median home price. Marketing materials have evolved from one-to-many to one-to-one, providing value at the home and neighborhood level for everyone in your database. And with Command, your business is not restricted by IDX. Wherever your clients are, there you are. Another challenge agents identified was the complexity added to the transaction by piecing together different systems connected by spreadsheets. We solved this by ensuring Command aggregated offers, documents, and communications with your client and broker, all in one place. Get a quick overview of your listings, appointments, contracts, closed deals, revenue projections, and customized reporting. Command shines a light on your business, so you're never left in the dark. Housed within the Command dashboard is Lead Accelerator, an intelligent marketing tool. Get leads through ROI and AI-optimized ad campaigns across Facebook, Instagram, Google AdWords, Twitter, and an ever-growing list of channels in seconds. And campaigns aren't limited to the digital space. Quickly set up and deploy a modern print marketing campaign to specific homes identified based on your criteria. That means brand awareness grows and leads flow faster with far less spend. And if you think you have to be a computer scientist to take advantage, rest assured, because Command was built hand in hand with agents. It's designed to be used by agents, by you. Simple, smart, human. Command puts you in control of your database, your business, and your future. It's time to take Command.
So what'd you think? Is kwCommand amazing or what? We just got back from New Orleans where they rolled out all of this amazing integration and the AI and this new platform, and it is just going to revolutionize the industry. So we're super excited. So today, just to recap what you learned today, we talked about the sales funnel and how you need to talk to at least 50 people a week so that you could get at least one appointment a week, so that you could take at least 2 listings or buyers every month under your wing as clients, so that you can start settling 1.5 to 2 deals a month at the price tag of $260,000 in order to earn $100,000. We talked about different ways of finding the people, so door knocking, open houses, networking, meetups, your local hobbies, your friends, your family, expired listings for sale by owners, a variety of sources. We gave you an idea as to what a week might look like doing open houses, for example. And we gave you 2 conversations that you can have with your friends and family, the Plan B script or the building your database business to business scripts. And lastly, we talked about what it costs to run a lean, mean sales machine on a monthly budget and also a per closing budget, so that you can wear your shoe leather out before you wear your wallet out. And then we just rolled out all the apps and tech that will support your business. So if you have any questions, my number's on the screen, my email's on the screen. Please feel free to reach out, and I look forward to helping you make $100,000 in your career in real estate.